Hey guys, it's me, Brooklyn. So, it's Sunday, and this week's topic is how and when did you realize your sexuality, and what was your initial reaction? So, it kind of took me a little while to think of like something I was going to say for this video. Like, I originally filmed this video on Wednesday, and I went back and watched it and realized how like stupid I looked in the video, and so I'm filming it again today, just to give me a little more time to think about what I wanted to say. I still haven't really come up with anything that good because I don't really remember like the exact moment or even like really a time. Like, I kind of remember a time span where I was like thinking about it more and stuff like that, but I don't remember like um an exact moment or anything like that. I also don't remember anything that really made me think like, oh, wow, I like girls. That didn't happen either. So I'm just gonna give you guys like kind of what I think made me realize it. And really, what made me realize it was Tumblr. um, I'm not gonna give you guys too much of my backstory because I think that's gonna be another video. But I was raised in a super Christian, super religious home who constantly taught that being gay and being bi or anything like that was a sin. And so, um, growing up, I never even really thought twice about it, about anybody liking anything different than the opposite gender. Um, I just sort of, always thought, I like boys. Like, I mean, all my friends like boys, and I don't know anybody who, likes girls. Um, like, I didn't know anybody gay growing up. I didn't know anybody trans. I didn't know anybody bi. At least nobody that was out about it. So, when I got a Tumblr in 7th grade, like, I just sort of ignored all the posts about, like, in support of gay rights and all that kind of stuff. I just kind of ignored it because then, like, I considered myself a Christian and I considered it wrong. And, like, my whole life I thought that gay people were like serial killers or something because that's how they were portrayed to me growing up. But then I got a Tumblr and I started realizing that like gay people aren't bad people at all. Like, that has nothing to do with whether you're a good or bad person. And yeah, so that's when I started like supporting it more because I knew more about it, and actually where I met a lot of gay people and bi people. Actually, one of the first people I met on Tumblr was a transgender girl, and she was one of the sweetest people I've ever met in my entire life. Her name was Rachel, and I love her so much. Like, we still talk to this day. And she was the first person that ever really opened my eyes to it and made me like realize that they're not bad people at all. And then when I got into more like 8th grade, I started realizing that the things that I noticed about girls were not like normal things. Like, everybody, like every other girl didn't notice these things. And I just started to realize that I liked girls as well as guys. And at first I tried to like push it away. Like, I didn't want to believe it because growing up, like when I got to 7th grade, I was like, okay, well, it's okay for everybody else to do that, but like I'll never be like that. Like, it's not okay for me to be like that, but it's okay for everybody else. It's fine. But then I realized that I was in fact bi, and that I like I had no clue what to think because I considered myself a bad person then. I was like, oh my gosh, my grandparents, like everything, like my grandparents are super religious, and like they're gonna hate me and I'm a bad person. And like, oh my gosh, like I didn't come out of my room for a couple of weeks, like only to go to school. Like, I was like, that's all I thought about because I didn't know how to deal with it. But then I met this girl who lives in my area. She is a lesbian, and like in my area it's really rare to, because I live in Alabama, it's like really rare to meet people that are not straight. And I met her, and her name was Miriam, and She was so sweet, and she was the first girl that I ever really liked, and she really like made me realize it because she was just so perfect to me in every single way. And she actually just headed off to college, and like we never dated or anything, but she was just like, I don't know, she's a really good friend, and I really realized my attraction to girls when I met her. And yeah, but my initial reaction, I was really scared, but luckily I had a couple of people there to help me through it, and luckily I've accepted it fully, and I know that I'm not a bad person because of it. And yeah, that's basically my story. Kind of lame. I kind of really didn't know how to say because I'm not really good with words when I'm talking out loud. So I hope it made sense, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you guys next Sunday.